Fat Black Chocobo. There's a lot of things that I could talk about with this mount, and it's just the promotion amount too. It's not an amount that you can just get in the game right now, and it's not an amount that you can buy off the Mount Station too. It's one of those limited time option mounts. But there's still so much I can talk about it. I can talk about all its controversy, its history, its lore. It's like surprisingly a lot more than it should be. Off what is just pretty much a color variation of the Fat Chocobo.
I might get the legendary BBC.
So, back in 2019, they announced a Final Fantasy XIV themed fried chicken. And it was in collaboration with the Lawson stores, which is also who they collaborated with for the Chocobo mount, back when that was Japan only too. And they had the fried chicken announced first, and then after they announced that if you get enough of the Final Fantasy XIV branded fried chicken, then you can pretty much get the Fat Black Chocobo mount. Which I found it funny how that worked, that you had to eat fried chicken to get the chicken mount. It's kind of messed up. That's what I thought, at least at first. But then I looked into the lore of the Fat Black Chocobo, and by looking into the lore, I mean I just read the description for the mount, which is here. You guys can read it with me, assuming that my stream quality is good enough. Fat Black Chocobo. According to those familiar with this prodigious poultry's journey from flightless fledgling to full-blown fowl, the Cloudkin achieved its staggering girth after several summers of gluttonously gulping chunks of charred chicken. This guy literally ate chicken. Probably fried chicken. He is a cannibal. There we go. That is the lore. And the next part makes it even weirder too. Though many speculate that the Chocobo is in fact no Chocobo at all, but a heretofore unseen spirit or demon of Dravania's Darkwood. So it's not even a Chocobo. But yeah, there's your lore lesson. This is not even a real Chocobo. It's a demon that eats fried chicken. Chocobo. That's it. There you go. So that's how it was when it first appeared. It was Japan only, and then it came to the US in the middle of July through Amazon. It wasn't the first time they've done this, but pretty much in 2019, if you spent around $20 on video games at Amazon.com, then they send you the Fat Black Chocobo mount, which is, it's a pretty simple way to get it. I don't really like supporting Jeff Bezos more than I should, but it was totally worth it for the Fat Black Chocobo. And the game that I chose was Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far for the PS4, except I don't own a PS4, so I never even played it. But it was at a really cheap price. It was on sale for like pretty much $20. It's still factory sealed. I'm pretty sure I have it right there. No, I literally have it right here. I bought this for $20 for the Fat Black Chocobo. It was over 2 years ago, and I still don't have it open because I can't even play it. And I remember when I bought it too. I think I was even live streaming it, but so I got my Fat Black Chocobo during the summer of 2019 event with the Amazon promotion, $20 after I got the Story So Far. But when I got it, I wasn't even in SoCal. I was over in Ohio to run 2G Grand Tour Columbus, Ohio. I was with 2G Charles, Korean back then, Dawson and Jet, who are Melee TOs. And so we were there. We were in the hotel room, and I had my laptop. I opened that shit up, and they were like discussing plans for the, how to run the tournament. I'm like, sorry guys, I gotta get my Fat Black Chocobo first. I was so hyped about it. I'm all spending $20. I'm in the Discord call with my homies. And then I purchased the Amazon thing. I was like, where's my mount? And then my friend was like, oh, you have to like wait around 24 hours. I'm like, oh my. All right, let's see. Mount guide. Big Black Chocobo. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
What? There's very two energy particles.
Wait, you're fucking mirroring it with cake?
Yeah, because it's fat.
Did he ever get to eat the cake?
No.
That's fucked up.
Look at it. So for anyone that doesn't know, in 2021 when they brought back the Fat Black Chocobo, man, it was a little different this time. Instead of having to spend $20 on Amazon, you had to spend $20 a different way. You had to gift 4 subs to a Final Fantasy XIV streamer on Twitch. And 1 sub is like $5. So if you get 4 of them, that's like $20. Now, that's a pretty cool idea. until you realize that it's only a select list of people that they created that you can that's eligible for this event. And that made it kind of shitty because it's like, you know, you'd have your favorite like streamer that you want to donate to, but you can't even donate to them. And it's not like their stream was like small or anything, or maybe it was, but they just weren't in the list anyway. Like Angela's Demoness, I would have gifted 4 subs to that guy if I needed the fat Black Chocobo. But he wasn't on the list for some reason, and it's not like his stream's small. He gets like 500 viewers on his Palace of the Dead streams. So what the hell is up with that? Some people even pointed out that there was no like black or Asian like representation either. Which I don't know how true that was, because I did notice that they were trying to be diverse by including Spanish, French, German streamers too. I also remember like some people were salty about not being part of the Fat Black Chocobo thing, which is like, it makes sense. Because it did seem kind of random, like who was part of it or not. It didn't matter if you were small or big, because they did include small and big streamers, but again, it was just a random list of people that got contacted by Square Enix to be part of the event. And what really rubbed me the wrong way though is that some people on that list weren't even, they like didn't even stream. Wasn't Annie Fuisha and Hottie Chicken a part of it? Yes, they were. I didn't know who either of them were until this event, so it was like, if you were part of this event, I mean, it was great promotion for you. They got so many subs. They got so many subs. Like people, you know, people who don't even use Twitch, and you know, there's a lot of gamers who don't use Twitch, right? That's fair. Especially in Final Fantasy XIV's like older audiences that has to, like, they don't use Twitch. They made Twitch accounts just to subscribe to them. They are WoW streamers. Oh, they're WoW streamers. Okay. So they're WoW streamers. Okay. So they got more WoW people. They got a great number of WoW people involved compared to Final Fantasy XIV people. Which is, I mean, yeah, that's why they shouldn't have had the list in the first place. It's like, as long as they have the, as long as you're streaming 14 or something and you're like family friendly, I guess. I think that should have been fine. Dude, anyway, but, so what I did was, I tried to farm the shit out of gift subs. So all I would do is, I would go into every, like, stream that was on the list, I'd lurk on their channel for a bit, and then I would just hope that one of the random gift subs would just land on me. And you didn't have to do much, you don't get to participate in the chat either. As long as you literally just click on their profile while they're offline, the random sub might even go to you. Cause I know that because it happened to me a couple times. Like, I literally didn't even watch the streamer yet because they weren't live. All I did was check out their offline page, and then next thing I know, I got a notification saying, "Oh, you've been gifted a sub to this channel." And I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, I just clicked on their profile. I never watched a single stream from them. So after that, I was like, dude, I can farm gift subs. I went into like every channel at least once, and if I like the stream, you know, I follow. But a lot of them didn't really click with me. They had good numbers for 14 too. 14 bummed up their streams big time. Oh yeah, no, it definitely did. Because I mean, it's like, you know, WoW, and then finally trying out the forbidden Final Fantasy XIV. Like, yeah, I get it. That's easy numbers for them. But it's like, why did Square Enix? And I'm glad Square Enix included them in the list. You know, welcomed them into the community, and I like that. But you gotta. Come on, man, treat your 14 commentators well too. They had all the super big ones like Mr. Happy, Zeppela, all that, but there were so many good, like, there were so many big 14 streamers that just weren't on the list. Llama Todd, Angela's Demoness. But you know what bothers me is that some people that weren't on the list didn't stream though. Like I mentioned that earlier, but I checked out every single one of the channels, and there was this one streamer who didn't stream in like the last 2 months, and I'm like, how are they even on this list? And I think every streamer on that list did end up streaming 14 at least once, right? Because like, why wouldn't you if you're on that list? That's easy money. You know, people who didn't like farm down day one, like, what were you doing? But some people literally were part of the list and they didn't stream for like a whole week, and it's like, damn, why are you even on this list? So that rubbed me the wrong way too. And you had to be streaming Final Fantasy XIV. they had to be the streamer had to be streaming Final Fantasy XIV for you to be able to give sub and get the Fat Black Chocobo. Some of those streamers did not stream 14 for a long time. And there was one particular case I remember. Jess Cox was on the list too. And then a few days later I checked the page again and he was gone. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, Mandela effect? I swore he was on the list. But no, it turns out he was on the list, but you actually cannot gift subs on his channel because he has a legacy Twitch sub thing. So that's not an option for him. Someone you couldn't even give sub to was on the list originally, which is pretty funny. But I will say though, I do like the idea of the Fat Black Chocobo Twitch collaboration that they did. I do like that they were able to promote streamers like that. It's just, as long as they change a couple things, it'll be perfect. My goal is to eventually be part of that list too, because I think it's amazing how involved Square is with their with how Final Fantasy XIV is involved with their community after coming from Smash, where Nintendo actively tries to like destroy the community. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about the Fat Black Chocobo. It's just a lot to unpack, you know?